Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Uh, Prabhu, I'll continue reading where we left off. Chapter 2, from chapter 2, Deliverance of the Prostitute. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes, Ramachandra thought that Haridasa was a weak-minded young man like himself, engaged in uttering the name of Hari merely under the impulse of the moment, who had become a sadhu, being denied the possession of objects of sensuous gratification, and therefore would be drawn away from the path of holiness by the actual contact of any object of senses desire, and thinking thus and gaining over a certain harlot of, by holding out the prospect of pecuniary reward, he sent to her to the solitary cell of Thakura Haridas. Ramachandra Khan had made severe miscalculations not only about the character of Sri Haridasa Thakur but about his own importance. Although it is true that there are many pretenders in the dress of saintly persons who utilize saffron cloth as a pretext to fill their bellies and live a comfortable life of sensual indulgence, Srila Haridasa Thakur bore absolutely no relation to these such cheaters. Ramachandra Ramchandra Khan, due to the bewilderment of wealth, ignorant followers, and local prestige, also imagined himself to be a person of great intelligence and a keen judge of human character. He arrogantly fanatized that he was spiritually evolved and that Haridasa Thakura's activities were not authorized by the scriptures. He reached this conclusion by consulting his own clinical mind and a number of his psychopathic followers. His previous experience had repeatedly proved to him that if you can discover a man's weakness, it is easy enough to entrap and expose him as an ordinary sensuous person driven by senses and the mind to indulge in the sense pleasure. Being such a proud materialistic and driven by demonic tendencies, Ramchandra Khan could not tolerate anyone in his locale who didn't show him the suitable signs of odd recognition and fawning respect. Therefore, he desired to destroy the credibility of the ignorant followers of Thakura by exposing him as an ordinary person. Srila Haridasa, being spiritually absorbed, had not given any thought to creating relationships with local rulers and politicians. His sole intent was the constant aesthetic glorification of Krishna. Nathan, not, none, Nonetheless, Haridasa was well aware of the full scope of Khan's intentions at the very moment his unfortunate plan was put into motion. It is clear that Ramchandra Khan could conceive of nothing as tempting as attracting young women. Generally, people imagine that generally people imagine that others think and feel the same way they do. Atmavan manyate jagat. Atmavan manyate jagat. Everyone thinks of others according to their own tendencies and predilections. Thus, the foolish politician imagined that his plans were infallible because the ultimate temptation in the form of beautiful woman was being placed before a sentimental person masquerading as a Siddhu. Ramchandra Khan told the prostitute, my constable will go with you so that as soon as he sees you with Haridasa Thakur, immediately he will arrest him and bring both you to me. But the young girl replied, first let me have the union with him once, then the second time I shall take your constable with me to arrest him. Temptation. That evening, the prostitute dressed herself very attractively and approached Haridasa Thakura at sunset. After offering obeisances to the Tulsi plant, she approached the doorway of the hut and offered obeisances to Haridasa Thakur and then remained standing in the doorway. Raghava Chaitanya Prabhu writes, she then slowly sat down at his doorstep. She exhibited her body to Haridasa Thakur in various gestures and postures like one mad with senseless passions. She spoke to him very sweetly as follows: My dear Thakura, O great preacher, great devotee, you are so beautifully built, and your youth is just beginning. Who is the woman who would control her mind after seeing you? I am eager to be united with you. My mind is greedy for this. If I don't obtain you, I shall not be able to keep my body and soul together. Haridasa Thakur replied, I shall accept you without fail, but if you will have to wait until I have finished chanting my regular rounds on my beads. Until that time, please sit and listen to the chanting of the holy name. As soon as I'm finished, I shall fulfill your desire. Haridasa Thakura did not deceive her. In fact, it will be revealed that he will choose his words carefully. The prostitute sat with Haridasa while he chanted until dawn, and she returned to Ramchandra Khan with the news of Thakura's promise. The next night, she returned, and Thakura gave her many assurances. Last night, you were disappointed. Please excuse my offense. I shall certainly accept you. Please sit down and hear the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra until my regular chanting is finished. Then your desire will surely be fulfilled. After offering her obeisances to the Tulsi plant and Haridasa Thakur, she sat down at the door, hearing Haridasa Thakura chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. She also chanted, "O my Lord Hari, O my Lord Hari." Srila J.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada comments, here one clearly see how a Vaishnava delivers a fallen soul by transcendental trick. The prostitute came to the pollute Haridasa Thakura, but he took it as his duty to deliver the prostitute. As clearly demonstrated here, the process of deliverance is very simple. With the faith and reverence, the prostitute associated with with faith and reverence, the prostitute associated with Haridasa Thakura, who personally treated her material desire by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, although the prostitute had a ulterior motive, somehow or the other, she got the association of a Vaishnava and satisfied him by occasionally chanting in imitation, O my Lord Hari, O my Lord Hari. The conclusion is that associating with Vaishnava, chanting the holy name of the Lord, and offering obeisances to the Tulsi plant or a Vaishnava all lead to one become a transcendent devotee who is completely cleansed of all material contamination. Nevertheless, by the end of the night, the prostitute, uh, I don't know the word, feeling restlessness. Seeing this, the Thakura spoke to her as follows: I, I, I have vowed to chant 10 million times in the month, and I have taken this vow, but now it is nearing its end. I thought that today I would be able to finish my performance of Yagna, sacrifice, by chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. I tried my best to chant the holy name all night, but I still did not finish. Tomorrow I'll finish certainly, and my vow will be fulfilled. Then it will be possible for me to enjoy with you in full freedom. The prostitute again returned to Ramachandra Khan and tendered her report. On the following day, she came earlier than usual at the beginning of the evening. After offering her obeisances to Tulsi plant Haridasa, she sat down on the threshold, hearing his chanting and chanting herself. Haridasa Thakura assured her, "Today it will be possible for me to finish my chanting. Then I shall satisfy all your desires." Uh,
Hare Krishna, why
Should I?
don't I have?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
If you have,
Should I
yeah,
just
it's good,
conclude?
bro. It's good.
Yeah, yeah. Can you go to the top, Prabhu? And thank you. Thank you for giving the opportunity. And let me conclude what we heard so far. This is all about, I think, how the prostitute is trying to trying to I think is trying to go to Haridasa Thakur and prove him his weaknesses. But that's the plan from Ramchandra Khan. And what I get from this one is she she had a plan and she tried in many different ways. But I believe when we go further down, we can see Haridasa Thakur. He actually simply told her he wanted to do his daily practice of the Maha Mantra every day, and then after it is done all 16 rounds, and he would like to. He gave like a, he just his plan. He tricked them by giving them he wanted to do this chanting, daily chanting, and then he will satisfy her. But every day, I think the thing which I got it is by she's trying to imitate to implement her plan, that prostitute. But even though in the beginning stage looks like it is forced to imitate to like a devotee, but we did not finish it. But I can clearly see she became a devotee towards the end. That's what I'm getting it, like, so even though we are not truly conscious as to what we are doing, by imitating we can become a sincere devotee by the association of a pure Vaishnava. That's what I get it from the whole reading. Thank you.